In the small, serene village of Oakwood, surrounded by ancient forest and a meandering river, lived a young boy named John. John's early years were filled with the love and warmth of his parents, who were known for their kindness and generosity. His father, a skilled carpenter, and his mother, a gentle homemaker, created a nurturing environment for John. Their humble home was always filled with laughter and love. However, when John was only 6 years old, a tragic accident shattered his world. One stormy night, while traveling back from a neighboring village, his parents' carriage lost control and tumbled into the river. The villagers' efforts to rescue them were in vain, and John was left orphaned and alone. The grief-stricken boy was taken in by his Aunt Elizabeth, his father's elder sister. Aunt Elizabeth lived in a modest house at the edge of the village with her 3 children, Lucy, Henry, and Clara. Although she took John in, it was not out of affection or compassion, but rather a sense of familial duty. Aunt Elizabeth was known for her sternness and harsh demeanor, traits that only seemed to magnify with John's arrival. From the very beginning, John's new life with Aunt Elizabeth was marked by hardship and sorrow. Unlike his cousins, who enjoyed a life of relative comfort and leisure, John was immediately burdened with an endless list of chores. Every day he fetched water from the well, cleaned the house, tended to the garden, and performed any other task Aunt Elizabeth demanded. His tiny hands were always busy, and his young body was always exhausted. Aunt Elizabeth's treatment of John was far from kind. She gave him scanty portions of food, often leaving him hungry while his cousins ate their fill. John's thin frame and sunken cheeks were a testament to the constant hunger he endured. Despite his hard work, he was often met with scorn and reprimands rather than praise or thanks. His cousins, following their mother's example, treated him with disdain. They taunted him about his ragged clothes and lack of education, always reminding him of his inferior status. Every morning, as John watched his cousins leave for school, he felt the pang of longing. He yearned to join them, to sit in a classroom, to learn and grow. But Aunt Elizabeth saw no value in educating him, believing it was a waste of resources. Instead, she kept him home to ensure the household chores were done. John's dream of education seemed like an impossible fantasy. The isolation John felt was profound. His only solace was the beauty of nature. The rustling leaves, chirping birds, and the gentle flow of the river were his companions in solitude. John found comfort in the small joys of life, clinging to them as a drowning man clings to a lifeline. Despite his harsh circumstances, he remained kind-hearted and resilient, qualities that would later define his journey. One day, while fetching water from the village well, John met an elderly man named Mr. Thompson. Mr. Thompson was a retired schoolteacher who had moved to Oakwood to enjoy a peaceful life. He noticed John's sad demeanor and struck up a conversation with him. There was something about John that touched Mr. Thompson's heart. He saw in the boy a spark of intelligence and curiosity, buried under layers of hardship. Over time, a friendship blossomed between John and Mr. Thompson. The elderly man began to teach John in the evenings. Under the shade of a large oak tree, he taught him to read, write, and do basic arithmetic. These lessons were a beacon of hope for John. He absorbed the knowledge eagerly, showing a keen intellect and a thirst for learning that amazed Mr. Thompson. As John's knowledge grew, so did the resentment from Aunt Elizabeth and his cousins. They couldn't understand why Mr. Thompson would waste his time on someone they considered worthless. The chores became more arduous, and the food portions even smaller. Aunt Elizabeth forbade John from attending the evening lessons, but John found ways to sneak out and continue his education. John's hard work and perseverance began to bear fruit. He became proficient in reading and writing, and his understanding of mathematics improved rapidly. Mr. Thompson also taught him about the world beyond the village, filling John's mind with dreams of a brighter future. One fateful day, the village held a competition in which children demonstrated their knowledge and skills. The prize was a scholarship to attend a prestigious school in the city. Encouraged by Mr. Thompson, John decided to participate. Despite Aunt Elizabeth's mockery and his cousin's derision, John prepared diligently. The day of the competition arrived, and John faced his challenges with determination and courage. His performance astounded everyone, including Aunt Elizabeth and his cousins. He answered every question with confidence and showcased skills far beyond his age. When the results were announced, John was declared the winner. Winning the scholarship was a turning point in John's life. He moved to the city to attend the prestigious school, where he excelled in his studies. His teachers were impressed by his intelligence and diligence, and John quickly became a star student. He made new friends and found mentors who nurtured his potential. Years passed, and John graduated with top honors. He went on to attend university, where he studied engineering. His hard work and perseverance paid off, and he eventually started his own successful engineering firm. John's firm became known for its innovative solutions and community-focused projects. John never forgot his roots or the people who had helped him. He returned to his village, not as the orphan who was mistreated, but as a successful and respected engineer. He invested in the village, building a new school, providing clean water, and creating jobs for the villagers. And Elizabeth and his cousins were shocked by John's transformation. They couldn't believe that the boy they had mistreated had achieved so much. John, however, held no grudge. He extended a helping hand to his aunt and cousins, ensuring that he could benefit from the prosperity he had brought to the village. John's success was not just measured by his personal achievements, but by the impact he had on others. He established scholarships for underprivileged children, ensuring they had opportunities for education and a better future. He also set up mentorship programs, sharing his knowledge and experiences with young people from similar backgrounds. John's story became a beacon of hope in the village and beyond. People admired his resilience and determination, and he inspired many to pursue their dreams despite the odds. He used his wealth and influence to improve the lives of those around him, proving that one person could make a significant difference. As years went by, John continued to work tirelessly, driven by a desire to uplift his community. He expanded his business, employing many villagers and contributing to the local economy. His efforts transformed the village of Oakwood into a thriving community. John's relationship with Aunt Elizabeth and his cousins also improved. They came to respect and appreciate him, realizing the error of their ways. Aunt Elizabeth, now elderly and frail, found solace in John's kindness and generosity. His cousins, who had once mocked him, sought his guidance and support. John's journey from a mistreated orphan to a successful and respected engineer was a testament to the power of resilience and perseverance. He showed that no matter the circumstances, one could rise above adversity and achieve greatness. His story was a reminder that kindness, compassion, and determination could change lives and create a better world for all.